저겨심 도봉은도 교실내심 가다냥가 어디 인공신비샤로서 예다바나라 귀비스다 어디 주기디 소나샤디 시대버린시 수주기 지대길 천부샤바쇼 인도 천부 포유는 오르노르심 주변天세조바심 순주시 Yeah. 恼下的，现的把人心受之给把当记的给先别下把手。念多先别破月来，我这老之心去跟天年写出把心生之心，我的老早心别想老死别那多先别过着些些个些些老马年吧，这孙之前准备眼前做的把先别想老死天的把先别人照样所在小呀先多帮多有起来先他当娘把的年光先别想老死也当把那了鬼别死到的主决定所闹下的现在把人先受之给把当记得给先别下把手。念多先别破月来，我这老之心去跟天年写出把心生之心，我的老早心别想老死别那多先别过着些些个些些老马年吧，这孙之前准备眼前做的把先别想老死天的把先别人照样所在小呀先多帮多有起来先他当娘把的年光先别想老死也当把那了鬼别死到的主决定所闹下的现在把人先受之给把当记得给先别下把手。念多先别破月来，我这老之心去跟天年写出把心生之心，我的老早心别想老死别那多先别过着些些个些些老马年吧，这孙之前准备眼前做的把先别想老死天的把先别人照样所在小呀先多帮多有起来先他当娘把的年光先别想老死也当把那了鬼别死到的主决定所闹下的现在把人先受之给把当记得给先别下把手。念 shun zhi xie yang de lo sa xin bu xiang la si wa ye nu du xian bu gu zha zhen ni xie ga xie xian la ma nie ba zhe sun zhi xian shui bei yan zhen zuo re ba xian bu xiang la si wa ye de ba xian bu ri zhao yang so se xiao ya xian da bang wen da yu zhi le xian ka da nyang ba de yin gong xian bu xiao la si wa ye da ba na le gu be se da de zhu yu din suo nang xia de xie de ba ren xian shu zhi ye ga dan qi de ge xian bu xia ba zhu nian du xian bu po yu le
People still coming in.
lo zhi xian xu ben tian ni se zhu ba xian shun zhi xie yang de lo sa xian bu xiang la si wa ye nu du xian bu gu zha zhen ni xie ga xie xian la ma nie ba zhe sun zhi xian shui bei yan zhen zuo re ba xian bu xiang la si wa ye de ba xian bu ri zhao yang so se xiao ya xian da bang wen da yu zhi le xian ka da nyang ba de yin gong xian bu xiao la si wa ye da ba na le gu be se da de zhu yu din suo nang xia de xie de ba ren xian shu zhi ye ga dan qi de ge xian bu xia ba zhu nian du xian bu po yu le zhe lo zhi xian xu ben tian ni se zhu ba xian shun zhi xie yang de lo sa xian bu xiang la si wa ye nu du xian bu gu zha zhen ni xie ga xie xian la ma nie ba zhe sun zhi xian shui bei yan zhen zuo re ba xian bu xiang la si wa ye de ba xian bu ri zhao yang so se xiao ya xian da bang wen da yu zhi le xian ka da nyang ba de yin gong xian bu xiao la si wa ye da ba na le gu be se da de zhu yu din suo nang xia de xie de ba ren xian shu zhi
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our workshop on the Mahamudra and Dzogchen. And also welcome to the people on the internet this morning. We're happy to have you. Come on down. So if you like, you can allow yourself to open into that awareness of awareness. So if you like, you can leave your eyes open or close them, whatever you prefer. And I'm going to just begin by talking about the Mahamudra a bit. the tradition of Mahamudra. And Mahamudra is a tradition of the Mahasiddhas of India and Tibet, of the Kagyu tradition of Tibetan Buddhism. There are many, many enlightened masters in this tradition. It is a tradition of transmission from teacher to student. And devotion to the teacher is extremely important in this tradition, as is devotion of teacher to student. So today we're going to jump in and use a mantra of the lineage to open into meditation. Karmapa Kenyo is the mantra which we'll use, which means Karmapa, think of me. And mantra in every tradition helps us to stabilize the mind and bring it to one thought, and allowing us to open into the field of oneness. This particular mantra allows us to extend to the teachers of the Mahamudra lineage, such as Lama Norla, Lama Wangdor, who'll be coming here in a few weeks, and the Karmapa himself. So the 17th Karmapa is the head of the Kagyu lineage at this time. And the 17th Karmapa is considered to be the incarnation of the 16th Karmapa. And the 16th is the incarnation of the 15th Karmapa. And so forth. Back to the first Karmapa. So the being of the Karmapa, who reincarnates life after life, is considered to be a great bodhisattva, and the incarnation of Guru Rinpoche, who originally brought Buddhism to Tibet. So the Karmapa is born again and again to serve humanity. And we'll start with that mantra, Karmapa Kenyo. Karmapa Kenyo. And you can just say it quietly to yourself. Karmapa Kenyo. Karmapa Kenyo. And as you begin to feel that resonance with this lineage, you begin to feel perhaps that space of the awareness beginning to open in your body. You begin to extend that space through the whole body, extending it up, extending it down through the whole body. So if thoughts should come up, you can go back to the mantra if you like, or just let them settle, either one. And as that space of the awareness begins to grow in the body, we begin to feel it from the base of the spine, all the way up to the top of the head, and from the top of the head into the lower body. And then we extend that space into the field around us, above the body, below the body, in all the directions, to the left, to the right, in front, behind us. And we can now just let the mantra go mentally, sensing the vibration of the mantra in the field around us. Sensing the vibration of the mantra as it leads us into the primordial field of spaciousness, of energy. And then we sense the energy of the field this morning. And as we do that, we can let go of the mantra completely now, if you like. Pulling that energy right now into the top of the head, and down through the forehead, and through the face, through the throat, down into the heart, down into the belly. And so we feel the energy of the primordial field in our bodies. And not that it hasn't been there before, but we're just amplifying it right now. So then we amplify it a bit more. We extend from the back of the head right now. That same energy forward into the forehead. And from the back of the head into the eyes. And from the back of the head into the palate of the mouth. And from the back of the head into the heart. From the back of the head into the belly. And from the back of the head into the lower body. So as we do this, we open the body completely into this field of space, of energy. Opening even more right now. We relax into it. And then we begin to open into that light of the field, that clarity of the field. So it's not necessarily that you'll see light, although you might, but it's a recognition, a kind of softening of the field within you. So as we sit in this place of awareness, the awareness of awareness, I'm going to just read a bit about the teachings of the Mahamudra. And originally traditionally, these teachings evolved in India from the great Mahasiddha Tilopa in the late 10th, early 11th century. Tilopa had received the teachings from the great archetype Vajradhara. Tilopa in turn taught the great learned sage Naropa. Naropa taught Marpa, the translator, who in turn brought the teachings to Tibet. So traditionally, these teachings were not written in words, but transmitted ear to ear, heart to heart. And when Lama Norla came here to the center to teach about the Mahamudra, he started with the aspiration that we generate bodhicitta, or compassion, so that all sentient beings might achieve enlightenment. And this is an extremely important understanding in this tradition. It is the essence of the Mahamudra. So we'll generate that compassion now. What is the Mahamudra, or the Great Seal? It's said that it cannot be pointed out because it pervades and embraces all reality. And it is not limited by anything. It is free of support. It is described like space. And the question is asked, does space rest in anything? In the same way, the Mahamudra, or Great Seal, has nothing on which to rest. Tilopa taught Naropa to look at the center of space. You don't have to adjust your posture or speech or mind to any particular position. Just relax where you are. Become present to your own natural awareness. He goes on to say, give space to yourself and others. Stop judging yourself, and you will stop judging others. Just as fog arises and dissolves in space, in the same way as one dissolves consciousness with consciousness, thought forms dissolve in space. As one observes consciousness with consciousness, images dissolve into space. So the essence of the Great Seal is that it has neither color nor form, and it is not conditioned by virtue or vice. The Great Seal is present in all equally. The true nature of consciousness is clarity beyond images, clear light beyond images. So Tilopa suggests, if you wish to attain what transcends intellect and action, cut the mind at its root and leave awareness naked. Let the turbid water of thoughts clear itself. Leave phenomenal reality as it is, without affirming or denying it. The example is given of putting mud into a clear glass of water. The water gets muddy even though its nature does not. If we let the water settle for a while, it becomes clear. The nature of water remains the same. The mud is like phenomenal reality. So we stop and simply contemplate awareness of awareness, and thoughts and feelings will settle. Tilopa goes on to say, understand that the vision of clear light cannot be achieved by clinging to dogmatic explanations. In fact, it is obscured by dogmatism. He would often tell Naropa, the great scholar, that he had nothing to teach. He described the supreme view as complete freedom from dogmatism. For Tilopa, the supreme goal is the natural state without any more expectations. So whoever tries to put Tilopa's words into practice understands that in the beginning, one's mind is like a waterfall of thoughts and images. And gradually, as one sits quietly in nature or in meditation, one's mind begins to slow down. And we begin to sense something much bigger than our mental preoccupations. And the advice given is to think of the mind like a pot of water sitting over a flame. And at first it starts to boil, and it boils so hard that it blows the lid off the pot. And the thoughts and the feelings pour out of the pot like a waterfall. It's not necessary to stop the thoughts. It's more useful to relax. In this way, one can lower the flame under the pot. And as we reduce the flame by relaxing, we can discover that thoughts and feelings still arise, but they're slower to arise. And we begin to experience more space. We can come to experience ourselves like a smooth, flowing river. So the thoughts and feelings continue to arise, and yet one becomes aware of the inner flow of the mind, the inner river of the mind, our awareness of awareness. And we begin to identify ourselves with the river of our consciousness, rather than all the old stuff, the bottles and the cans that float down that river. The thoughts and feelings come and go, and we don't stay identified with them. We let them flow down the river. And when the flame under the pot becomes so low that the water stops boiling, one is abiding completely in that awareness of awareness. And finally, when the flame stops completely, the subject and object become one. The river flows into the ocean. One merges into oneness. So Tilopa's instruction is considered an advanced method of meditation by some. And by others, this meditation is completely to the point, completely simple. It is the method of directly perceiving the nature of mind rather than thoughts and feelings. The base which is beyond thoughts and feelings. It has neither color nor form, nor is conditioned by virtue or vice. It is the Great Seal, the Mahamudra. So basically, we want to bring the mind into a steady place. And we can do that with support or without support. With support, we might use a mantra or stabilize in the breath. And through the mantra, we can stabilize the mind, allowing it to relax into one point, making it possible to discover the nature of mind. Or without support, we can simply relax the mind naturally, in its own place, as in the metaphor of the pot of water. As we discover the nature of mind, we begin to stabilize in what is called the Mahamudra as we practice. The mind becomes free of elaboration. The mind is fresh, alert, and naked. There is no veil. And we begin to experience that clear light beyond elaboration. And then the mystical experience begins to open. Light might be experienced. Great archetypes of light may also be experienced. Tilopa would often say to Naropa, look into the mirror of your mind, into the mysterious realm of the Dakini. So, and as Naropa would look into the mirror of his own mind, he would experience these archetypes of light in the form of the Dakini, the divine feminine energy. And ultimately, for Naropa, all this phenomena, even at the subtle level, was exhausted in meditation as he became one with then the formless dimension, even beyond the archetypes. So we all have this capacity of discovering and realizing this great seal, this great Maha Mudra within us. It is completely natural. We don't have to be this great sage to know it. We can simply relax into that awareness of awareness. So once again, we'll do that as we practice here. So if you like, you can begin to feel your mind settle. So again, in the beginning, there might be lots of words, lots of thoughts, like a waterfall. And so you can imagine that the mind might be like that waterfall of thoughts right now. And gradually, so we think about the mind as that pot of water, as the waterfall of thoughts, popping the top off the pot. And then we relax a bit more. And the mind becomes quieter. The water becomes quieter as we reduce the flame under the pot. And the thoughts don't arise as much anymore. We begin to sense that inner flow, the energy of the field. We begin to feel it in our bodies. And the thoughts are much less now. It's becoming quieter and quieter. And the energy, the flow of the water feels more like us now. We're more identified with that flow, that nature of mind. And we relax even more right now. We go even deeper. And begin to open even more into that light of the field. As the water becomes quieter and quieter. And finally, the flame under the pot subsides completely. And we merge into that oneness of the field, which is always present. Always available to us. So let's sit in that oneness for a while. After a little while, Rudy and I might walk around and just help you to open the energy field in your body. And so we might just touch you on the head or something like that. And if that's not okay for you, just let us know. So right now, we'll just sit in that oneness of the field. So once again, we'll cultivate that great compassion that Lama Norla talks about in terms of generating bodhicitta. So we'll do that again. And if you like, you can think about people that you know and love that might be having some difficulty. Because again, we do this practice for ourselves and for all sentient beings. And just sensing them as you hold the field. So we're going to take a short break right now, and there are bathrooms on the first floor and the third floor, and there's some refreshments in the kitchen, so please enjoy yourselves, and we'll be back, I guess, in about 20 minutes. Is that good, Rudy? 15 minutes. Okay, great. Thanks. Yeah. We're going to turn the computer off during the break, and then we'll be back on. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes.